Good morning or afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our On Demand. Our introduction question: if you were going to write a musical composition that featured winter, what instruments would you use? I'll let you think about that. Hopefully you thought of sleigh bells. Our lesson title today is Sergio Prokofiev. And I have a little joke on the screen. What would you get if you crossed Betty Crocker with Old Man Winter? A baker who frosts windows. Our objectives today: the learner will define program music, follow a listening map to Troika, and identify the French horn by ear, recall facts about Prokofiev's life and works. Sergio Prokofiev was born April 23, 1891, died March 5, 1953. Russian composer and pianist Sergio Prokofiev was born in 1891 in Sostakovka, a small village in the Ukraine. Early on it was clear that he had musical talent. His mother, who was a very good pianist, encouraged him and taught him to play the piano. Sergio began composing at the age of 5. When he got a bit older, he and his mother moved to St. Petersburg so he could study music. After Prokofiev graduated from school, he traveled around Europe to learn more about music. World War I and the Russian Revolution made living and working in Russia very difficult, so Prokofiev left the country in 1918. Paris eventually became his home, but he also spent time in the United States and the Bavarian Alps. The whole time he was away from Russia, Prokofiev longed for his homeland. In 1936, he made the unusual decision to move back to the Soviet Union. Prokofiev was a master at using music to tell a story. Pieces that do this are called program music. One of his most famous musical stories is Peter and the Wolf, which was written for Russia's Central Children's Theater. You may have seen it performed in school or on a concert stage. Prokofiev also wrote the ballet music for Romeo and Juliet. In 1933, Prokofiev was asked to write a film score for the movie Lieutenant Kijé. This movie appealed to the composer's sense of humor. The story is about an officer who never existed, but who, because of a clerical error, appears on a list of soldiers. When the eccentric Tsar Paul I demands to meet the man, the military invent an officer instead of owning up to their mistake. One thing leads to another, and a whole life is created for this non-existent Lieutenant Kijé, all on paper. Troika is a Russian word that means sleigh. In this section of Lieutenant Kijé's suite, the fictional officer takes a ride through the snowy country. You can follow him on his trip by using the listening map below. The French horn will help guide you along the way. Watch out, because every once in a while you may run into a friendly snowman or two. Now that's the French horn on the top right. It is a brass instrument, and you're going to hear it portrayed quite predominantly in our listening map to Troika. And for this I'm going to go to Classics for Kids. You'll also be listening to another Classics for Kids for homework. That was our theme. Next we have, that was our introduction. Now we're going to the main theme, which is the sleigh, and you'll hear this reoccurring throughout. Answer the questions after listening to Troika. The introduction is A, strong, or B, weak. Let's listen again. That was the introduction. Do you think that was A, strong, or B, weak? And hopefully you picked A, strong. Number 2, after the introduction, the music changes to A, an uneven galloping rhythm, or B, an even trotting rhythm. Let's listen. Okay, here. I hope you picked B, an even trotting rhythm. You could really just tap your foot along to it. Number 3, the jingle bell sound is A, a sleigh bell, or B, a cymbal. Oh, I hope you could hear that one. That was definitely A, the sleigh bell. You could hear almost a little rattle in it, whereas a cymbal would have been more of a gongy kind of sound. Number 4, this music is a rondo because A, one theme alternates with others, or B, only 2 themes are heard. And it's A, the one theme alternates with the other. And number 5, the music ends with A, a new theme, or B, as it began. Let's scroll forward to... I hope you picked B, as it began. Our exit ticket. Where was Prokofiev born? A, France, B, the Ukraine, C, Russia, or D, the United States? And I hope you picked B, Ukraine. I'll show you where that is up here. He was born in Sostvovka, a small village in the Ukraine. And you have a Prokofiev quiz, which is due May 20th. And that's all for today. If you have taken the Keystones, you do not need to do this if you are taking the Keystones exams. Okay, I will see you on Thursday for Fine Arts and Friday also for Fine Arts. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.